Welcome to the AdExpert Podcast. This is the deep dive, the show where we really try to cut through all the noise online. We take source material, articles, research, you name it, and pull out the key insights. The whole idea is to help you get, well, genuinely informed quickly. Today, we're plunging into something huge happening in online marketing. It's about how AI, artificial intelligence, is fundamentally reshaping the digital landscape, especially search. We'll explore the impacts and look at how leading agencies like AdExpert are tackling these changes. They're a Los Angeles-based online marketing and web dev agency, been around a decade, really focused on this stuff.
Yeah, and AdExpert is interesting because their focus is really on quality and results-driven solutions, which, let's face it, is crucial in today's digital world. It's competitive out there. They cover the bases too: Google Ads, SEO, web development, WordPress, Shopify, the works.
Right. They handle Google Ads management, website SEO, local SEO, social media, and web development. And they're big on using innovative AI solutions themselves, plus data-driven strategies, using past data, checking out competitors, and they have this live tracking thing.
Exactly. Live tracking across everything: social, email, paid ads, website analytics. It gives them this bird's eye view to see what's working in real time and optimize.
Which you absolutely need now. And speaking of optimizing, that brings us to the main topic. A big shift AdExpert helps clients with is this change in search, specifically Google's AI overviews. Just to mention, AdExpert primarily serves the Los Angeles area, places like Woodland Hills, Calabasas, Encino, Burbank, surrounding spots too. Okay, let's unpack this then. Google AI overviews. What exactly are they? You've probably seen them, right? Those summaries that pop up at the very top of the Google search results page, the SERP?
Yeah, they're AI-generated summaries designed to give you an answer instantly. But the key thing is they aren't static. They're dynamic, personalized, created on the fly using Google's machine learning.
Pulling from different web sources.
Exactly, to answer your query right there.
Yeah.
And crucially, they appear before any paid ads or the normal organic links.
Before everything else. Right. So why is this such a big deal for, digital marketers, advertisers? How is it disrupting PPC?
Well, it's a massive disruption. Think about it. If the answer is right at the top in an AI box, your search ads get pushed way down the page.
Lower visibility.
Precisely. Which leads to lower click-through rates, your CTRs drop, you get fewer impressions overall, and, kind of strangely, the cost per click, the CPC, can actually go up.
Up.
Because advertisers are now fighting harder for those fewer, lower ad spots that still get seen, more competition for less space. It also feeds into this idea of the zero-click SERP.
Right, the zero-click search result page, where the user gets the answer from the AI overview and just doesn't click anything else.
Exactly, they got what they needed, which means fewer chances for traditional search ads to even get a click, let alone drive a conversion.
So it fundamentally changes how people use search and how ads fit in.
It forces a total rethink.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. You mentioned data. Athena did a study, right? Looked at over 10 million SERPs. What did they find about who's feeling this impact the most?
Yeah, the data's pretty revealing. It's not hitting everyone equally. Take healthcare, for instance. Almost 50% of search queries trigger AI overviews.
50%? Wow.
Yeah, and that includes branded terms. So someone searching for a specific hospital name might get an AI summary first.
Before the hospital's own link or ad?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
It intercepts that traffic. Then there's finance. Generic searches there often bring up AI overviews.
Like best mortgage rates or something.
Stuff like that, yeah. It hits ad visibility, obviously, but it also messes with your campaign data. It gets harder to track effectiveness. And for retail and travel, it seems longer. More specific queries are the ones generating AI overviews more often.
Longer queries, like best family-friendly resorts in Mexico with kids clubs.
Exactly, those detailed searches, which is tricky because retail and travel rely a lot on visual search, shopping ads. Those could get pushed way down.
So it sounds like marketers everywhere are scrambling, not just about visibility, but how do we even measure success now?
That's the core question. The click isn't the only thing that matters anymore.
And digging deeper into that Athena data, they looked at 450,000 queries from big brands.
Yes, 25 global enterprise brands. And a key finding ties back to what we just said. Longer queries across the board triggered more AI overviews.
The more specific the question, the more likely AI steps in.
That seems to be the trend. While those really broad, high-volume terms like just shoes still had some ad visibility, the long-tail terms, the more specific ones, were much more likely to see AI content appear first.
So you need to be strategic about which keywords you even target now.
Definitely. You have to evaluate which queries might still leave room for your ads or organic results to actually be seen and clicked. Oh, and one more thing from that data. Healthcare was kind of unique. It had a really high match between branded terms and AI summaries.
So even searching your own company name isn't safe, especially in healthcare.
Not guaranteed, no. It really forces marketers to look hard at which search terms are basically AI territory now.
Okay. So what does this all mean for you, the listener, the marketer, the business owner? We understand the problem, but what are the solutions? Let's talk actionable strategies. What can people actually do to adapt?
Right, that's the crucial part. How do we adjust? Strategy number one is target long-tail queries wisely. This means focusing your efforts, both SEO and paid ads, on those really specific, intent-rich terms.
The ones less likely to get a full AI answer.
Exactly. Or where the AI answer might prompt further research. These often have better visibility for ads and, frankly, better conversion potential because the user knows exactly what they want.
So less digital marketing agency and more SEO services for dentists in Los Angeles.
Precisely. Strategy 2. Enhance schema markup and structured content. This is more technical, but it's about coding your web pages so Google's AI can understand the content better.
Like giving Google a cheat sheet for your page.
Kind of, yeah. Schema markup helps search engines interpret your content accurately. This boosts your chances of maybe being cited in an AI overview or just ranking higher organically beneath it.
Which leads naturally to the next point, I guess, if the AI wants good sources.
You got it. Strategy 3. Build brand authority. AI overviews naturally favor sources they see as authoritative. So consistently putting out high-quality, well-researched, well-cited content under your brand name is huge. Become that trusted voice in your space. Google's AI is more likely to pull from you then.
Makes sense. Be the expert. What about tools? Google must have things to help navigate this environment they created.
They do. Strategy 4 is use Google Smart Tools. Things like Performance Max campaigns and smart bidding strategies. These are designed to be more automated and adaptive. They optimize across different Google platforms and adjust bids based on real-time signals.
Including whether an AI overview is present.
Supposedly, yes. They're built to react to these kinds of SERP changes, helping you find placements and opportunities more dynamically.
Okay. And the last strategy seems pretty fundamental given everything we've said.
Absolutely. Strategy 5. Diversify your traffic sources. Don't put all your eggs in the Google search basket. Especially traditional PPC on Google search is becoming, well, less predictable.
So look beyond Google.
Yeah. Smart marketers are investing more in channels like YouTube ads, Google Display Network, Microsoft ads, Bing is still relevant, and even other platforms like TikTok, depending on your audience. Spread the risk, Don't rely on just one source that's undergoing such a major transformation.
It really feels like the ground is shifting, which means the way we measure success has to shift too, right? Traditional metrics can't be the whole story.
They can't. That's a massive takeaway. Click-through rate, impressions. They still matter, but they don't paint the full picture anymore. Marketers now need to track things like AI overview visibility. Are you showing up in those summaries? Is your content being referenced?
Even if it doesn't result in a direct click to your site.
Right. Because it's still brand exposure, still positioning you as an authority. You also need to look at SRP presence share. How often does your brand appear somewhere prominent on that first page ad, organic AI snippet, whatever? It's about overall visibility.
So a broader view of impact. What about user behavior after the click, if they do click?
Also critical. We need to watch behavioral metrics much more closely for traffic coming from these AI-influenced SERPs. Things like bounce rates, time on page. Are people finding what they expected after clicking a link below an AI summary? Understanding performance is now less about just the click and more about how your content fits into that whole AI-driven user journey.
It really hammers home that this isn't just some minor algorithm update. It feels like a genuinely new phase for search.
It absolutely is. And the key moving forward, agility, both for PPC folks and SEO specialists. You have to be ready to adapt quickly.
And while the AI is fast, there's still a role for humans.
A critical role. AI can generate content, sure, but human creativity, understanding nuance, building real brand voice, designing great user experiences, that's how you stand out. The marketers who succeed will blend AI's power with human ingenuity.
So the actionable steps really boil down to reassess keywords, use schema, monitor those AI overviews, shift budget smartly across channels, and focus on killer content that's structured well.
That's a great summary. Deep, user-friendly content that truly answers the questions people are asking search engines.
Well, this has been incredibly insightful, a real deep dive into how AI overviews are changing the game and why adaptability is just non-negotiable now in digital marketing.
For sure. And it highlights why having a partner like AdExpert can be so valuable right now. Their decade of experience, combined with their focus on data, AI tools, and that live tracking, they're built to help businesses navigate this. Their team, they bring that mix of strategy, SEO know-how, design skills, helping clients boost visibility and traffic effectively.
So as we wrap up, here's something to think about, a provocative thought for you, our listener. As AI gets better and better at providing instant answers, potentially reducing direct clicks, how will businesses build those deep, lasting connections with their audience? What new ways of engaging people beyond that traditional click will define online success in this new landscape? Something to chew on. We definitely encourage you to think about how these shifts are impacting your own strategies. And if you're looking for that expert partner to help you adapt and grow online, maybe check out how AdExpert services could fit.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the evolving world of online marketing.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll catch you on the next one.